Hello, good morning from Ted at the Devil's in the Detail. Well, now the Mercedes is finished and it's all covered up here waiting for the new owner. Yesterday I did the full clean and decontamination of this van that my friend Peter's just collected, and it's been prepped by a dealer. I mean, it looks nice, it does look nice, and but they obviously hadn't got all the contamination off the lower half of the vehicle before they prepped it. But basically we've got the general, they've mopped it to prep it, and we've got holograms, few flatting marks in this side's been painted of this vehicle, so there's a few flatting marks to deal with, but nothing really major other than holograms and a few bits. So all it's going to have really is an enhancement. There are some scratches that I want to remove, but the problem I've got is this side's been repainted and has got lots of paint to work with. You can see where the badge has been removed there. I didn't do that. They've been a bit rough, so I'll have to put that right. The surround where the number plates been before Peter put his private number on, that's all marked, so I'll get that out. Now if you could see where the other badge, that's got to be dealt with. But this side is really not got a lot of paint on it. It's been mopped to death, factory paint. There are some marks I've got to deal with, but I haven't got a lot to play with, so I'm going to have to be careful on the passenger side of the vehicle to what I can get out safely. This side's got plenty, and it's just got really holograms and stuff, so it's not going to be an hard job, and there's nothing should be difficult about this job. We're just going to enhance it, get rid of all the swirls and put some ceramic on, give it some protection. So I'm going to crack on with this, and while it's sitting here in the shop, I think I've got the breeze from the door coming in here, so I'm going to start doing this back end out here instead of putting myself in the light room and sweating to death. So it's not going to make any difference to the finish. It will be just as good. I'll be using my LED lighting to check it. So I'll see you later and show you what progress we get. And thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Good morning to you all. This is the start of the third day on the transporter van, and I've finished the front end and the side of the vehicle on the driver's side. This is the side that has got quite a lot of paint. It's been repainted, and there's been quite a lot of flatting marks that I've had to get out. So although this was only in for a two-stage polish and an enhancement, I have had to go a little bit further, cutting back some of the flatting marks because they would show up like a dull patch. So I've got this side done, and I've managed to do the tailgate, which I'll show later when I turn the vehicle round. I've kept working out by the door because of the heat. At least being right in the driveway, I get a little bit of a breeze coming in, but as you can see, it's looking a damn sight better, and the metallic really pops. So I'm really pleased with what it's looking like, and I'm sure Peter's going to be pleased. So because it's holiday time tomorrow, I've got to crack on and get this finished. As for the coatings, I'm going to have a look when, if I'm going to ceramic coating, I need it a certain amount of curing time, which we haven't got that time till next week. So I'll have to have it back, go over it and prep it again to apply the ceramic coating. As long as it doesn't damage it or wash it in between, it shouldn't be too bad. But I've got to work round, the owner. He needs his vehicle back, and he's going away for a few days because obviously the main holidays. So I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to turn it round and work on the other side, which, really speaking, I haven't got a lot to work with. So if there's any bad marks I come across, they're probably going to have to stay, but we'll get thousands of other scratches out, so we'll look better. Right then, I'm going to crack on and get this thing turned round and start work. See you later. Right, let's have a look at the near side of the car, see what we've got to contend with. There's a few quite bad marks to remove, some scratches, but overall just dealer prep. Some more marks down here. See if it will show up. Just generally a bit swirled. Few odd scratches. There's one there that we'll have to go a bit deeper with, and quite a few, as you could see on the door. They're quite bad. They'll have to be dealt with. So actually this door's been run down a tree by the looks of it, because the marks go all the way across onto the fuel filler flap and even onto the rear door. So it looks like I have got my work cut out on this side, but that's what we're here for. No good moaning about it, just get on and do it. Right, so I'll see you a little bit later. Good morning, this is Ted from The Devil's in the Detail, and I haven't had a lot of time this week. I've had the amount of time I could spend on this van cut by a day, so consequently I couldn't sort of set up the camera and whatnot. I had to get on with it. There was a couple of reasons behind that which I'll talk about and show on a separate video, but I thought I'd just show the results of the job. It was in really for a 1 or 2 stage polish, and through reasons that I'll explain, it's ended up a lot deeper than that. This side of the car we got quite low paint readings, and there was quite a lot of damage, as you remember, around the lower part of this car, which run across these panels. The other side there was flatting marks. It's been painted and there's flatting marks and all sorts to get out. The problem that I've had really is not only is it unusual for me to have a job that I would normally say there's no return date, It's done when I say it's done. But this job, because it's obviously the annual holiday season, needed to be done. Really, I had 5.5 days originally, and then it come down to 4 days. So I've had to end up grafting and not stopping to set up the camera. You'll have to excuse the sandwich van, but I'll wait for him to turn it off. But basically, we've done a couple of later nights to make up for some of the hours, and ended up getting it done. As you remember, this side of the tailgate, there was all these blemishes where the badges had been removed, and also the etching where the number plate used to sit. There was some bad scratches around here. There's still one that's fairly visible here, but the rest have they're still there, the deeper ones, but I've knocked them down enough to make them not so visible. So all in all, although it was in for a 1/2 stage polish, it's mostly had 3 stages of polish. So it's come out really well, really pleased with it. But there was a few trials and tribulations getting it there. Sometimes in this game there's certain things that fight against you, and in this case is the fact that the original side of the car, which was the passenger side, the paint readings was quite low. I was a bit worried about trying to get the deep scratches out, but when I started trying to cut, the cutting pad was making no effect on the scratches whatsoever. Under normal circumstances, you know, obviously we know what it normally takes to get these scratches out. Well, I ended up using a wall pad with Menzerner 1000 heavy cutting paste to knock the scratches down. Now, at the same time, I'm conscious that the paint readings are showing that it's really low, but the lacquer, and I presume it's being a Volkswagen, it could be the ceramic lacquer, which is anti-scratch, but when it is scratched, it's a pain to get the scratches out. So it's took quite a lot of doing to get the marks out, and you know, with a limited time as well, I think we've done quite well to have it finished. And today is Friday dinner time. I've just finished going around the car, cleaning all the gaps and everything, and I'm really pleased. Now, I haven't coated the car with the ceramics today because it's going away. So when the car comes back, I'm going to have to go and clean it all over again, and then apply the ceramics when the vehicle could stay with me to cure properly. With the weather forecast for the weekend saying rain, I'm not going to put the ceramics on and let it get pot marked by hailstones and heavy rain. So he'll use it as it is at the moment and then bring it back to have it coated. Might be a bit more work for me, but you know, he's a good lad, so you know, there is no problem there. So that's the finished product, and it's come out really well. He's really pleased with it, and that's all that matters. So I'll be leaving you now. I don't know what the next job's going to be. I've got no polishing jobs booked in at the moment. There's a couple in the pipeline that may happen, but nothing concrete yet. So I'll see you on any of the little jobs that I have got coming in, and I'll do videos of them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.